I've come to the conclusion that we're not getting reparations. African Americans, to be exact. I would also like to know, where is our anti hate law? Because that's the second mass shooting against African Americans. That's what I want to know. I also want to know why every time white people, um, they do mass shootings and everything is mental illness. No, there are just some things that are just pure evil. We're not about to play the mental illness cards because guess what we're not going to do? There are people that have mental illness that do not commit mass shootings. There are people with mental illness that don't assault people. There are people with mental illness that mind their business, work, are very productive, and tend to be respectful people, despite the fact that they have an illness. So what we're not going to do is put people with mental illness as someone that is violent. That's what we're not going to do. Because now what's going to happen now, people are going to be afraid to say they have mental illness because keep in mind, people are already suffering silence. So what we're not going to do is say, oh, well, people with no. Or when mass shooters commit crimes, oh, they have mental illness. No, they're just people that are pure evil. Just say evil. That's all. New York Times said it best. Evil. That's what he is. We're not going to sugarcoat nothing. No, evil. And I know there's some white people that are going to say, well, African Americans commit more crime in their neighborhood. Yes, but we get charged for it. And usually when the police come, they're telling us to drop the weapons or to their African American is getting slammed on the floor or on the car before he's put into patrol car. A small percentage of African Americans rarely walk out gently to the car. So we're going to keep it real. So yes, there is crime in our neighborhoods, but we get dealt with. That's if the beef or the people that are having beef don't kill that person. But the crime that happens, the black on black so-called crime, it gets dealt with one or two ways: jail or death. Also, now I'm not afraid of them, but now when I'm around them, like if I go to places like Manhattan or the train, I'm going to not have small talk with them in discussions because I want them to see how I want white people to see how they feel or be in my shoes when African Americans get viewed negatively. So, for example, I'm going to give them a look. I'm not going to call them any nasty names. I'm not going to look them up down like some of them like to do. I'm just going to pretend that they don't exist. I don't want to be near them. I don't. And again, I have a few Caucasians that I hold dearly to my heart and I have a close relationship. So this doesn't go apply to them. But for those that I don't have a relationship or I don't know, because I live in New York. So we're on the train, we're going to different boroughs. Brooklyn is already gentrified. I'm going to not have any parts of them. I'm not saying that I'm a racist, but at this point, they're making me feel uncomfortable. And the reason why, because I feel like those that are not racist, when their people do something evil, it's always they have mental illness or, oh, well, that's just one. No. And I feel like they don't hold their people accountable. So although some of them may have African American friends, Although some of them may have African American cohorts or some of them have adopted African American children, I feel like the majority have that mindset or they keep quiet. And when you're quiet, you're just as guilty. We're going to call a spade a spade. Another thing, I feel like boycott is necessary and Juneth is coming right around the corner. I also feel like we don't need to be an allyship with them at this point. And it also made me think like what Martin Luther King fought for is like in vain because to me it looks like segregation would have benefited because it would have been best if it would have stayed where it was at and we just found ways to uplift our community or have better textbooks or don't mind drinking from a different water fountain. I just feel like because for someone to travel and the suspect name is Payton 200 miles into a community of people who were not bothering him, were minding their business, and to go shoot with a rifle, you could not call that mental illness. That is premeditated, and I'm trying to see what they're going to charge Payton with because Dylan Roof is getting the death penalty. Now, I'm not understanding why that death penalty wasn't carried out a year after he was sentenced, but that's our justice system for you. So a lot of people are saying, oh, well, we should vote. That may be true. That may be true. But here's the issue with that. Those politicians already secured their seat. So whether you vote or not, them people sitting in Congress, the judges, they already secured their seat. Everything is like a game, and it's like I feel like our justice system is just not meant for us. So but I feel like if we boycott or make whites feel uncomfortable, then maybe, just maybe, they'll see how we feel. Because I'm not understanding how they're not racially profiled. I'm not understand somebody that dresses in all black, sometimes camouflage, and have a gun in their hand. They're not racially profiled or not stopped. They can walk anywhere they go. But someone sagging their pants has a hoodie or a ski mask, we ready to racially profile. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not even angry at this point. They make me feel uncomfortable. I would not like to be around them and whatnot. That's where I'm at this moment because it just what happened Saturday was just senseless and it has nothing to do with mental illness. It's just pure evil. Like, thank you for listening.